Hello and welcome back to the Creator Economy Blueprint podcast with me, Victoria, your social media strategist and business bestie. Today, we're diving into a topic that's going to completely shift the way you think about monetizing your content. If you've been relying on brand deals as your main source of income, or worse, waiting for them to come to you, this episode is going to be a game changer. So here's the truth. Brand deals are great, but they are not the most reliable or scalable way to build a sustainable income as a creator. In fact, putting all of your eggs in the brand deal basket is one of the fastest ways to stay stuck in the feast or famine cycle. So that's why I have created the Content Monetization Blueprint, a free guide that walks you through 5 proven strategies to diversify your income and take control of your financial future. You can grab it at the link in the show notes or across our social media. But for now, let's dive into how you can start monetizing your content beyond brand deals. So let's start by talking about why relying on brand deals is such a risky strategy. First of all, they're inconsistent. One month you might land a big deal, and the next month, crickets. That kind of unpredictability makes it really hard to plan your finances or scale a business. Secondly, brand deals put you in a position where you're dependent on someone else's budget, timeline, and approval process. You're essentially waiting for someone to give you permission to make money, and that's not the vibe that we're going for here. Finally, brand deals aren't scalable. There's only so much time in the day, and if you're trading hours for dollars by creating content for brands, then you're capping your earning potential. So, what's the solution? Well, it's simple. You need to create multiple income streams that you control, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Multiple income streams has been my goal for years, and only recently have I really cracked the code. So let's get into the good stuff. The monetization matrix. This is the framework that I use to help creators diversify their income and build a business that is both profitable and sustainable. The matrix include 4 income streams: digital products, services, affiliate marketing, and community-based revenue. So let's start by breaking each one of those down. Digital products are one of the easiest and most scalable ways to monetize your content. Think ebooks, templates, courses, or even paid workshops. Here's why I love digital products. They're low cost to create. They can be sold over and over again without additional effort. And they position you as an expert in your niche. And this is so important. So if you're not sure where to start, think about the questions that your audience ask you the most. What's one problem that you could really solve for them with a simple and actionable product? And that's your first digital product idea. If you're really struggling, then just put a question box in your stories on Instagram. Ask your community what they need from you. The next up is services, and this could be anything from coaching to consulting to done-for-you content creation. Services are a great way to start monetizing quickly because they don't require a big upfront investment. You're essentially trading your expertise for income. And if you're offering services, make sure that you're charging what you're worth. Too many creators underprice themselves because they're afraid of scaring people off. And right at the end of this podcast, I'm going to tell you a story about how when I almost undersold myself and my mentor stuck in my head actually made me land my best gig ever. So you're not just charging for your time, you're charging for the value and the results that you can deliver. Affiliate marketing is another fantastic way to monetize your content, especially if you're already recommending products or tools to your audience. Every time someone makes a purchase through your link, you earn a commission. It's as easy as that. The key to successful affiliate marketing is authenticity. Only promote products that you genuinely love and use, because your audience can tell when you're being genuine and when you're not. So finally, let's talk about community-based revenue. This includes things like memberships, Patreon, private coaching groups. The beauty of community-based revenue is that it creates a recurring income instead of constantly chasing new sales. You're building a loyal community of people who are happy to pay for ongoing access to your content, your expertise, or even your support. So if you're thinking about starting a membership, focus on creating a clear value proposition. What will members get that they cannot find anywhere else? And how can you make it a no-brainer for them to join? So now that we've covered the 4 income streams in the monetization matrix, you might be wondering, which one should I start with? So here's my advice. Start with what feels easiest and most aligned with the strengths that you have currently. If you love teaching, then a digital product or workshop might be the best way to go. If you're great at creating content, affiliate marketing could be a natural fit. Focus on one income stream at a time. It's tempting to try and do everything at once, but that is a recipe for burnout. Master one stream, and then another, and then another, and then another. And then there's no stopping you. Use the content monetization blueprint to map out your plan. It includes a step-by-step guide to help you choose the right income streams and start taking action today. I really want to tell you a story about my mentor, I guess, someone who I've done so much training with. And the very first time I invested in one of her very expensive programs, it was the most I'd ever spent on a program. She really talked about charging your worth. And I, the next day, was applying, and I was applying to so many different jobs to become someone's social media manager. And I found this incredible job, and this person wanted to pay me $300 a month. So over here, it's about £230 a month to do their social media. And I really, really wanted the job. I really wanted it. And in my head, I was thinking, but what I need from them is £800 a month. So I'm looking at $950. And I just really didn't know. I had this like head heart thing where I was sat there thinking, I want to go back and say, no, sorry, I can't work for less than $900 a month minimum. That's my starting price for doing this. And there was this push and pull with me, and I could hear Natalie in my head from the training I'd done the night before saying, charge your worth. You know you're going to over-deliver. You know you're going to give this client absolutely everything that they need. Do not underprice yourself because you'll regret it. I went in with my pricing offer and I heard nothing. A few days went past and I thought, what would Natalie tell me to do? She'd tell me to follow up. So I followed up. And they came back to me and said they'd originally thought, can't afford that product, that's, too high, the pricing. And then I followed up, and then they looked at my portfolio again, and then they decided to go with me. And I was the person that had pitched the highest monthly amount to them by over 50%. So nobody else had asked to be paid more than $450 a month. I had gone in at $900 and I got the job. And I still work with that client today. And that was over 2.5 years ago that happened. So I really want you guys to believe in yourselves. I want you to understand that you have to charge your worth because you're going to over-deliver, because I know that's what you guys are like. You want to do the best. You're perfectionists. So make sure that you charge your worth, because there are clients out there who want to pay you for your expertise. Do not settle for anything less. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I would love, firstly, for you to go and download the freebie as always, but also come and join us in our free community over on School, the 90-Day Creator. I would love to see you in there. We have so many free resources, and I'm in there live auditing accounts and helping you guys every single Monday morning. So go find us over there, and I can't wait to see you on the podcast next week. Bye, guys.